Alright, what's up everybody? We are on Season 1, Episode 11 of Jujutsu Kaisen, which is called Narrow-Minded. I definitely cracked a smile when I saw that, title, because I feel like I immediately know what it's referring to, which is obviously the fact that we saw Junpei sort of like, and I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, but we saw him have those conversations with Mahito about the soul and the difference between having a soul and a heart or whatever, right? And Mahito basically trying to convince Junpei of his mindset, being like, you can do whatever you want. And well, it was obviously sort of like he was trying to psychologically brainwash him into committing the kinds of acts that Mahito himself does, right? And so it's interesting because we are seeing with Junpei, of course, his whole backstory, being bullied and stuff, all those things, that it's easy for him to start understanding that mindset, therefore. And I have no doubt in my mind that he's going to try and sort of convince Yuji now, because we saw, of course, in the last episode that Yuji now managed to get a hold of him. He's going to be talking with him. I wonder what that's going to lead to then, of course. But yeah, it's interesting because I would kind of think that Junpei might perhaps try to convince Yuji of that mindset too, and sort of convince him to join them, which obviously Yuji is no way going to want to be a part of. But so that's what I would presume Junpei will call him narrow-minded for. And it's interesting because, I immediately think about Attack on Titan, where I feel like the whole purpose of the show was to stay open-minded and stuff, right? And so that's clearly then the argument that I guess Junpei is going to use too, like, hey, why aren't you a little more open-minded or whatever, right? But like clearly there's also limits to how open-minded you should be, I guess, and so that's what I assume this show is now going to teach us. So that'll be an interesting, sort of like, perspective compared to again what we came off of. I don't know if I'm even making sense anymore, but that's kind of the thought that was going through my head as I saw that title. In the meantime, we of course know that Kento is still fighting Mahito, and they're kind of going into overtime now. So, Kento made it very clear that he won't have too long of time, I guess, to deal with the bullshit. And so now it went past, I think, 6 p.m. and clearly he had some kind of like special powers or something that he could now start using. I don't know if he's been sort of like charging that up this whole time, or if it's actually nothing at all and I'm just interpreting it wrong. But, Mahito definitely was impressed by the fact that he seemed to suddenly be a lot more stronger than he had realized before. So again, what is that going to be about? That's what we're about to find out, I guess. So with that being said, I'm excited to dive in, guys, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Of course, if you enjoy my reactions to Jujutsu Kaisen, the next 4 episodes will already be up over my Patreon. That is linked on top of the description, as always. Over there, we will already be on episode 15, so you can catch up all the way up until there, as well as, of course, the Jujutsu Kaisen 0 movie, which I watched, pretty early on when starting the show. The reaction to that, which is like almost an hour long, is up on Patreon as well for you to check out. So a bunch of content. Go and check it out now, along with full-length reactions, of course, if you want to see me react to the episodes in their entirety. And yeah, then with that being said, we're going to dive into episode 11 of Jujutsu Kaisen. Here we go. Straight back into it. He wasn't at his limit. I mean, clearly he was waiting for this, right?
ここからは時間外労働です。さっきまでは自ら知力を制限していたのか。
Okay.
面白い。
Purposefully limiting it then.
私の術式は対象を線分したとき、7対3の比率の点を強制的に弱点。
Ah, that's all that stuff that he talked about with the lines, yeah.
全長やウィングスパンだけではありません。上腕、前腕などの。
Please tell me the weak spot is at his balls.
そしてこの術式は生物以外にも有効です。
Okay, you can target planes, sure.
この呪霊の払い方、現時点で考えうるのは一つ。呪霊の呪力が尽きるまでダメージを与え続ける。全身を一撃で粉々にする。
I guess that's what we're going for. It's funny because Mahito is only impressed. Figuring out Oh shit.
一旦退きます。足早く直した方がいいですよ。
He didn't see that coming. After all. He thought he kind of was in control still, but I guess not.
あれ今ちょっと揺れた
そうだね。震度2くらい。
Was that from what just happened?
出ろや
What's the assistant doing? Oh my god, he's still catching the other one.
深いの
渦巻きのボタン。
この渦巻きのボタンを押している学生に会ったら仲良くするといい。
Oh, he was instructed about that. Okay, I see, that's their mark.
と気が合うよ。
呪術師って真人さんの敵だよな。
Shit, so he's gonna be playing undercover?
聞いてなあ、この前お前が行った映画館で人が死んでんだ。なんか見なかった？こういうキモいのとか。
いや、見てないよ。
He just went straight ahead.
そういうのはっきり見えるようになったの最近なんだ。
でも一応俺の上司みたいな人が来るまで待ってくんない？なあ、映画館で何見てたの？
昔のリバイバル上映だから言ってもわかんないよ。
いいからいいから。
Oh, Yuji, you're too good. You're just letting yourself be lured into it, dude.
そのせいで何回殴られたことか。
Trying to make friends with this kid and not realizing that like he's just being played
スプラッタ映画だからさ。
in the
こ
end.
の描写以上の内容を求める僕たちが悪いのかもね。でも2は面白い。
でも2はちょっと面白かったな。
2だけは楽しみ方があるんだよ。
楽しみ方？
おう。
Oh god.
2はさ一見1と3と変わらないように見えるんだけど
They're just talking about movies here.
全てを投げ出すまでの感情の動きがちゃんと描けてるんだ。
だから2は見れたのか。
僕も最初なんで面白いのか分かんなくってさ、わざわざ3回見たよ。
Guys, what was your favorite Jujutsu Kaisen episode so far?
ね
なんでそこまですんの？最後に行ったのいつだっけ？今度おすすめあったら連れてってよ。あ、連絡先？
Yeah, he's trying to make friends with him.
友達追加ってどうやる？
Well, maybe actually Junpei is a little more. Oh, his mom. Well, he did have friends back in school too, in all fairness. I was thinking because he got bullied that now making a real friend could sort of
母さん
turn him around, but
タバコやめてって言ってるだろ。
お母さん、ネギ似合わないっすね。
お、わかる？ネギ似合わない女目指してんの。
何言ってんだ。
ユージ君、どう？晩飯食べてかない？
ちょっと迷惑だろ。
okay, that was quick.
私の飯が迷惑？
Crap. I think he's hungry.
嫌いなもんある？アレルギーとか。
ナイス。
Nope, I'll eat whatever you make. Okay, I guess Geto is looking to rejoin his buddy.
見かけによらず無茶するなあの術師。バラバラにすりつぶされても魂の形さえ保てば死にはしない。呪力の消費も自己保管の範疇だ。ゲト、服ちょうだい。
やだ。相手の呪術師は
どうかな。
He just left.
退くと言っていたけど、瓦礫の下かも。
Nah, he basically promised him that they'd be meeting again.
吉野純平の自宅にそれはちょっと
大丈夫大丈夫。
That's a little too
晩飯して私もす
enthusiastic.
違和感を抱いたらすぐ逃げてください。チャランポランな五条さんならまだしも大人オブ大人の七海さんに叱られたら
He is always scared about making blunders.
急げ私この年で人前で
I love this guy. He's always super insecure.
はい叱られるはいごめんなさい。
私は一度高専に戻って家入さんの治療を受けます。
すぐ虎杖君と合流そちらに向かいます。
一緒にいないんですか？
私のバッグ
実験体としてはベスト。 俺は運がいいね。
Still thinking that through.
あの呪霊は子供だ。おそらく発生してからそこまで時間が経っていない。
Yeah, I will say Mahito turned out to be a lot more playful than I had
お
envisioned.
嬢さんが戦った特級呪霊は奴が生きていたらそのステージまで上り詰めるのにそう時間はかかる。
Even seeing him interact just now with Geto like made me question whether he was actually sort of like on top of the command actually, or if they were kind of just on the same level then.
早く払わないと。
そんでね、高橋くんが自信満々に。
これは外来種の幼虫だ。毒があるかもしれない。みんな触っちゃダメだ。
スーから拾ってみたら給食の糸こんにゃくだったんですよ。
Oh my god. Yuji is that kind of guy who can just make friends with everyone. And the mom is an alcoholic, I see.
それキャストアウェイだろ。
Now do a Lord of the Rings reference again. Damn, dude, he's gotta watch out. He isn't gonna turn into Junpei's stepfather.
いい人だね。
学校何でも重く考えすぎるからね。学校なんて小さな水槽に過ぎないんだよ。
Tiny aquarium.
海だって他の水槽だってある。好きに選びな。お、私めっちゃいいこと言うな。名言出ちゃったわ。さすがなきさん。
Man, the mom is something, I swear. I love it.
虎杖君のお母さんはどんな人？
なあ、俺会ったことねえんだわ。
Right.
ちゃんはうっすら記憶あんだけど。あ、悪い電話。もしもし、伊地知さん？はい、大丈夫っす。いやー、これから映画だから。はいはい。じゃあ2時間後に。
He's staying the week, dude.
呪術師なんだよね。人を殺した。
Yep, here we go.
ない。
でもいつか悪い呪術師と戦ったりするよね。
殺したくはないな。
なんで？悪いやつだよ。
命の価値が曖昧になって大切な人の価値までわからなくなるのが俺は怖い。
That's so narrow-minded.
人に心なんてない。その考えに
See, I knew it, man.
力を。
He's gonna try and teach him that mindset.
でも僕が人を殺すことであの魂が汚れてしま
Well,
う。
maybe he's just going over it himself again. At least for now.
僕に人は殺せない。
げ、もうこんな時間。片付けないと。あ、何これ。
Oh no, I was already worried, man. Fuck, wait, what's the finger doing there? Oh, dude, that's so messed up. I'm like, yeah, the mom is a goner now that I think about it.
吉野純平の自宅から実母吉野凪の遺体とむき出しのスクナの指福沢小指が見つかる。吉野凪はスクナの指によって寄せられた呪霊に襲われたとみられる。掛け布団をめくるとあるだけの保冷剤と氷嚢が敷き詰められて
Ice bags.
仲間が死にました。でも僕はそこにいませんでした。なぜなら僕は子供だからです。なんて。
Why was the body put there like that purposefully? So was Junpei responsible?
この仕事をしている限り君もいつか人を殺さなければいけない時が来る。
Wow.
それは今ではない。
He's preparing him for that too.
それでも殺したくはないな。俺は怖い。
君にはこれから吉野純平の監視をお願いします。
これはスクナといって呪いを呼び寄せる。
Shit, man, he did do it.
そんなものがうちに。
心当たりはないかい？君や母親を恨んでいる人間。もしくは金と暇を持て余した薄暗い
Oh, maybe not. Or did Mahito do it to then try and brainwash him into making him think it's someone else?
適当に書けっつったろ。最優秀賞なんか取らせやがって。死ぬか。
Who the hell are these guys?
お前は入賞止まり。
何あの黒いの。
どれどれ
Yeah, this can't be good.
闇より入れて闇より黒く。その汚れをみそに払え。
They're putting a veil over the... Okay.
君の考えている絵図が描けるといいね。
大丈夫じゃないかな。二人をぶつけて、虎杖裕二に少な優位の縛りを課す。
ジョーゴも君くらい冷静だと助かるんだけどな。
それよりよかったな。あの指、貴重なものなんだろ。
吉野純平の家に仕掛けた方は高専に回収させたい。
悪巧み？
まあね。それじゃ。
Damn, dude. They planned for all of this?
帰っちゃうの？ゲトも見てけばいいのに。愚かなガキが死ぬところは。
Holy shit.
どうしたお前ら、しっかりしろ。大丈夫か。
What's happening to them?
死にはしないよ。
吉野。
Oh, fuck, man. A new school shooter was born.
何が起こっているか。お前、その傷。
Just a whole different kind.
それ。
聞きたいことがある。あれをうちに置いたのお前か。
Yep, he's just gonna curse them all.
なってない。
Hold them all responsible when clearly they're not the ones
まだ
responsible.
自分が質問を質問で返せる立場だと思っているのか。お前は死ぬんだよ。
Fuck, man.
質問の答えがイエスでもノーでも。でだから
There's nothing else he can tell you, dude. Oh, at least Yuji is here.
何してんだよ。純平。
引っ込んでろよ、呪術師。
Damn, man. It's gonna be quite a clash. Okay, yeah, those last minutes, they went quick, man. I mean, once the mother died there, they didn't even, for example, show us Junpei's reaction to finding out about that or something, right? And so that's what had me already then wondering how, or like, could he have possibly been responsible for it? But it wouldn't have made sense because he was literally talking, I think, in bed there, just minutes prior to that, how he wouldn't be able to kill people himself either because he can see that there are good people like Yuji and his mom, I think he mentioned as well. So, you know, I was just like, I had all those things going through my head, like, okay, what's actually going on here, right? And then suddenly we find ourselves in the school. The veil obviously gets activated, I guess, or whatever, right? Mahito, Geto, they talk about their plans. They talk about, for example, that part of their plan is to give or to secure, I guess, another one of those binding contracts between Sukuna, then I guess, and Junpei or something. I think that's what they had planned initially. But yeah, that had me then think back to like the contract. I wasn't sure if they were talking about the contract already that we saw Sukuna have between Yuji or something, right? Like, yeah, I mean that's again, this is where sort of all the confusion with me already came from, just because there was so much going on, and even now I'm like double checking by rereading like the synopsis of the episode. That's always what I do because these scenes, man, they go so fast. But I will say that, I mean, it's clearer to me now than what's actually happening, right? And Junpei is essentially being, I mean, he continues to be tricked, brainwashed, whatever you want to call it, into this whole thing. It was Mahito and Geto who put the finger there and who got his mom killed. And now they're trying to convince him that he should be punishing the bully for that he is somehow responsible for it. And I'm like, man, it's just so sad because like this episode, I really liked the whole first half of it, you know, because it started establishing, well, I don't know, we saw suddenly Junpei's mom come into play and I really liked her personality, and it was so nice to see how Yuji sort of became a part of that. And I knew in the back of my head that this wasn't about to lead anywhere good, of course, but still, it was nice to have that moment there with them all laughing at dinner and Yuji talking about movies with Junpei, of course, right? But then also the mom, you know, doing a bunch of imitations and stuff, and her getting drunk, and it was like, damn, it I really liked it. And for a second, I started to question whether it was possible for Yuji then to convince Junpei to get out of it again and stuff, right? And to see the good side, to put it like that. But clearly, that might still happen, in all fairness. He might still be able to do that maybe next episode or whatever. But there was first going to come a whole bunch of tragedy before that could ever take place, I guess. And so, man, what an episode, guys. It definitely was quite an impactful one, I gotta say. I would say I really enjoyed it, but I feel like that's the wrong word to put it, right? Like, it had me hooked, that's for sure. It had me on the edge of my seat. And, wow, I'm looking forward to seeing where things go from here. I hope that somehow, I don't know, man, but it's like Junpei is getting more and more further gone, I guess you could say. And so is he ever going to be able to get back out of that rabbit hole? Or is he simply going to be another casualty then standing in the way, potential future casualty that will have to be gotten rid of before, the Jujutsu sorcerers can get to Mahito and Geto? That's what I wonder about. Again, maybe one thing to quickly still highlight is that relationship between Mahito and Geto, because I thought that from the quick scene that we got back in episode 7 or 8 or something like that, now probably 7, that Mahito was above Geto. That's sort of the impression that I had. Whereas now, seeing how playful he was and how Geto sort of came to his rescue, but they were having this very level-headed, on the same level type of conversation, where it made me think that, like, okay, maybe they're just kind of, the both of them are in charge then or something. But yeah, I wonder what that relationship is like too. God, so many things to think about in all honesty. And these episodes, they go so fast. But nonetheless, it was a great one once again. So guys, I hope you enjoyed my reaction to Jujutsu Kaisen episode 11. The next 4 episodes will, of course, already be up over on Patreon. Linked on top of the description, so you can watch all the way up until episode 15 there right now. Along with, of course, my reaction to the Jujutsu Kaisen 0 movie. And full-length reactions if you want to see me react to the episodes in their entirety. And yeah, now with that being said, I want to thank you all for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you back in the next episode.